This is Garrett Fry, and I wanted to create a follow-up video for an article I created on my website called How to Make 2D Tree Cards Work in 3D Films, and you can look at that article on gfryart.com. This is specifically for matte painters or people interested in how to do visual effects in the film industry. What I have here is a tree cards that are the cards that have been populated out in Maya and then applied a texture to in Nuke. And what I'm illustrating with this is something that I put in the article, which was the difference between parallaxing within an object and parallaxing from object to object. And at a certain distance, you start to lose the parallax that happens within an object, and the big parallaxing that happens is from object to object. So you can see all these tree cards that have been populated out. So when you move the camera, you can see that there's parallax happening, and it's happening from object to object. Let me show you another example of tree cards. These are an example of tree cards of parallax within themselves. So if we just line up the camera here and take a look at this this node graph here, you can see that I have a left tree and a right tree render. So if we just took a look at those, you can see that it's the same tree. It's just the camera. I took the camera and I just offset it slightly. So those two trees are the same with an offset. So if I take those two trees and I put them in a join views node before I put them in a 2D card, what's going to happen is when you go to your left eye and right eye view, it's going to actually, if I go to left eye view, it's going to pipe in the left eye tree card. If I click on the right eye, the right eye, it's going to pipe in the right eye to the tree card. So let me show you how to do this. Let's take a look at these cards. There we go here. So if I go from right eye to left eye, you'll actually see the image swap out. So left eye, right eye. So that card is actually swapping out. So that is a tree card, a 2D tree card being used. And if you swap them out, you can see the parallax that's happening. Let's go down to the scanline render here. So you can see in the scanline render here that you are getting this stereo parallaxing within the object that's happening there. And that's totally a gag. Because I'm just taking this arbitrary card and placing it in 3D space with an arbitrary offset of this render. And so it does require that if you are doing it for a shot, then you need to put that card in place and check it on a stereo projector to make sure that it's working. And then also to provide tools for the compositor to adjust it to help it work with his other elements. Something also that I can add here for best results with this kind of tree card gag is to transform the two, so that transform the two left eye and right eyes so the trunk is on the center, or kind of hits the ground at the same spot, and so you see that parallax going on. The wider that you move them apart, like from this one to this one here, the closer it's going to come out at you at the camera. So that's something to take a look at and to think of. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. So tree cards do have their purposes still in 3D films, and it's still a legit way of one of the many ways to approach trees for feature film. So thank you very much. And if you want to take a look at that article, you can go look at it and download the working files here of these tree cards at gfryart.com. Thanks.